do it. Anyways, welcome to Investing with the Baldovinos. My name is Josh.
I'm Hannah.
And on this channel, we talk about our real estate investing journey. Sometimes we interview people, sometimes we go over a portfolio. And in this one, we're talking about different ways that you can get started in investing. This is one of the most, I guess now is one of the most common questions I get is like, how do I get started? What do I do first? So my hope is that you can watch this first and then take a little bit of action and then let me know what other questions you have. What?
Such an influencer. Out to me asking me, what do I do?
Okay, fine. I'll redo this intro.
No, I like it.
No?
Include this.
So first off, if you find content like this helpful, please consider subscribing. We'll continue to post more about our journey and steps on how you can get started in real estate investing. Also like it because that helps the algorithm. It makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside because everyone likes a little double tap, you know? And then share it with somebody else you think would find value. So let's get into how you can get started. The first things first is, I think for us as a married couple, or if you're single, is to get on the same page. So if you are not in a relationship and you're doing this by yourself,
then do a little self-reflection on your finances. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I think everyone always starts with the why, of course, and whatever. The why is important, right? Mm-hmm. But understanding exactly what you want to achieve from this. And then if you are with, if you're married or have a partner, then it's getting on the same page about your finances too. We talked about it in a few other videos. Can we link them down below? Mm-hmm. But that's very important because if you're not on the same page with your partner, it's going to be very hard to invest because it's pretty capital intensive. The next one is get educated. Whether it be both of you getting educated or one of you getting educated, somebody has to get educated.
Mm-hmm. How do you get educated?
So what do we do first, babe?
Books, Bigger Pockets. We joined, and then we bought a bunch of books. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. So we pretty much, in terms of books, we pretty much got all of the beginner books off of whatever biggerpockets.com publishes. That How to Invest Out of State, the Burr book. Mm-hmm. Even did like how to estimate their construction costs, which was a big help for us. And then I got into the private money and the tax savings and all that stuff. But basically, we ended up buying, I'd say, at least 10 books. And we consumed literally all those books. That's all we did for a month. As soon as the first kiddo went to sleep, because he wasn't here yet, like it was just, we read for hours, nonstop, all day, every free moment. And then again, podcasts, Bigger Pockets podcast, the Rookie podcast. What other things did you either watch on YouTube or consume?
I think we were watching a lot of, at first, like Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, and Ryan Pineda, I think. Oh, sorry. Just learning. I remember, yeah. And then it all sounding like a different language. So it's like learning a whole new language.
Yeah, there's a lot of terminology. I didn't realize what cash on cash return meant for the longest time, which is basically dividing the amount of money you put in divided by the money you took out, which is cash on cash return. Anyways, okay. And I think another fun thing that I liked to watch on YouTube was watching other people analyze deals.
So fun.
but then I understand what they're looking at and why. And so that's why I do some of those videos. If you haven't seen that, of course, I'll put some more link down below. And then, there are courses out there and I'd say take them with a grain of salt. You can learn everything through a book and through networking and through watching videos. I think what a course can do, if it's, I would consider myself someone who is a self-starter and takes initiative. But if you're someone who really wants to lean on someone to be accountable and have that accountability group, then that's when a course or mastermind group could be beneficial.
Like paying for a course.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say if I was trying to do this myself, I'd probably benefit from a course because I wouldn't know. It would be like too overwhelming to figure out what direction to go. So that could be helpful, but it's a little bit of a luxury because they tend to be a little bit pricey. Can we say that?
Yeah.
They tend to be a little bit pricey because you're accelerating your education, really. But there are ways to do it without doing that, obviously, because we did it.
Yes. We have done it without a course. Okay. And then I'd say that leads into our next point, which is get networked. I know that's not a real thing, but I'm making it.
You're about to make it a thing. Cute.
Oh, look at that. What do you think about networking?
Oh, I feel like that was like the moment that it started kind of exploding for you, for us, us by default. But as soon as putting everything on YouTube and then putting things on your Instagram and stuff was, as soon as you did that, people started reaching out to you like crazy.
I think it totally, right? Everybody wants to get into real estate. Everyone thinks that it takes an exorbitant amount of money. We don't make a lot of money. And we don't have a lot of money.
Yeah. As you can see in our previous video.
But yes, getting networked and understanding, I think, and I say this a lot in my other videos, is that Travis, right, who I saw at the time as a peer who's just starting his family as well. He had a normal W-2 job at a bank, and he was doing it remotely from Hawaii. And I said, hey, man, you're not this huge real estate mogul, Grant Cardone guy. Like, in no disrespect ever, like, you are a really strong guy, but like a normal guy with a normal family. So I asked him for a call. He was as tremendous and helpful and just showing me that it is possible. And then after that, I started to also reach out to other people who are maybe one deal in or just starting out and exploring too. And that way I know and got to figure out exactly what their struggles were, what they were looking for, what was making sense to them, and then putting all those pieces together. I will say at first, I found it very hard to connect with more successful real estate investors until I had a few more deals under my belt. Just because it's just
find someone just a couple steps ahead of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that way, you can get all of those stories, those insights. So go to the local meetups. It's super awkward. Yes, I know, especially if you're not an extrovert. So go to local meetups, join Facebook groups, Clubhouse, I don't know, Instagram, DM people.
Find people on Instagram and start DMing people. A lot of people are on TikTok.
Yeah. And
I would discount TikTok.
And I would say just be a real person though.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to these meetups trying to get money, trying to get a partner right away. Just like, hey, I'm just curious to know about what you're doing and maybe we could be friends.
It's like dating, that eagerness, that over eagerness, you can just smell it a mile away. Just be cool. Just relax. A little hard to get,
when you get a salesperson, you can smell the commission breath.
Yeah. Just relax.
Okay. So yes, those are important. The next thing I would say is you get to work, right? At this point now, you've gotten educated, you read some books, you have met some people who are doing it, and now you have an idea of possibly what you might want to invest in, whether it be a single family house, a duplex, a short-term rental, whatever it is. And then you pick a couple markets. I'd say if you're looking for a long-term buy and hold, for example, your goal is probably cash flow, right? And you can literally Google best markets to cash flow and the results will pop up. And you can, I'd say in the Midwest, you can throw a dart without looking and you'll hit a cash flowing market. Now, will the deal cash flow? I'm not sure, but the market, there's a deal there. And if there's not, I bet you there is. You've been taking on that bet. If I find one, find me your market. Then if I find one, you have to send me a bottle of champagne. Basically, people just send me champagne. It'd be fun, huh? Okay. Anyways, so you pick 3 markets. And then after that, I'd say what stops people is there's a mountain of action that comes next. Because the talking to people is easy, but the next thing is actually putting something in play. So I would encourage you, once you find that market, analyze 50 deals. She was even analyzing deals.
Yeah, I was a few months back.
So remember how to analyze deals?
Remember doing one ARV for me took like 30 minutes that first time trying to figure out what the heck it is. Yeah. It was really frustrating.
Yes.
Some of it comes a little bit easier to others. So
she never math ever.
No, I don't math good, even though I'm Asian.
But yes, analyze 50 deals. Call 50 agents, call 50
contractors, agents,
property managers, as many as you can. And honestly, if you don't call under 2 dozen, did you even do the work?
It's true. I think that's the part that people don't want to do. People want to have an ABC outlined step. I guess there's 5 steps. But people just want like this easy roadmap. But the best way to learn about each little pocket of the process is to talk to all those players that you're going to need on your team.
And once you start building that team, things start to make sense.
Mhm.
Right. And then at that point, hopefully you get the ball rolling. And then
Mhm.
once you have a deal that you're potentially going to offer on,
Mhm.
more than happy to take a look at your analysis.
Mhm. Just pro tip about the get to work, setting expectations. Just expect those initial calls to be awkward AF. Like, just, you're going to be awkward. You're going to stumble. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a complete newbie. So just get okay with that. Who cares? Like, who cares if you feel a little silly, a little dumb, ask dumb questions? Like, that's the whole point.
Yes. And then after call 49, call 50 will be super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a last point with the hard money lender, and, you know, talking about hard money is again, short-term loan product, all that good stuff. It's scary to some people, and it was scary to me. But by the 50th call, the lender was like, wait, you haven't done a deal ever? But I already knew exactly which questions to ask, exactly what he would want, and just wanted to make sure that we would go through the ropes together. And I sounded like a pro without ever doing a deal. So last pro tip is, you think about getting a partner. I'd say there are a lot of different benefits of partnerships, that there are way more benefits to partnerships actually that outweigh any cons that there are. I think one, getting a partner, whether it be your partner and your spouse or an actual business partner on the side, is that a lot of times they'll get you thinking differently. I remember after our first couple of deals, there was somebody who said, hey, there's this 10 unit portfolio in Columbus, Ohio. You want to take a look at it? And I was like, oh, shoot, 10, I can't buy 10 houses in one go. But I ended up getting the ball rolling, talking to a hard money lender, analyzing that deal, and I thought bigger, right? Another thing that's great about partnerships is that you get to share in the ups and the downs.
I mean, it's always nice to commiserate and learn with somebody, and then being able to talk through some of the hurdles together. I think it's nice to have that, right?
Yeah, especially when you're talking about potentially costing things thousands more dollars. You want someone who understands that. Again, this step is optional, right? But if you find someone who's either one step ahead of you, right, and or just starting at the same time, you guys can both add value to each other.
What was that?
Well, you had an important tip, remember, before the video in our pre-call?
Yes. So with partnerships, kind of along the same line as don't be too overeager. You have to have a little bit of self-reflection, self-awareness to what you could potentially bring to the table. Because I think if you want to approach a partnership, but you're not really bringing anything, you kind of expect that other person to do everything or bring everything, bring the cash and do the operating. Like, it's not going to work. So you have to kind of think, what can I, I've never done this before, but what strengths do I have? What skills do I have to bring to the table? Because nobody wants to partner with you if you don't got nothing to bring to the table, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you are bringing all the cash, but you don't want to bring any of the effort, there are people who will do that. You could potentially be one of them. Okay. And then the last takeaway that I have over all these steps, what I'm going to say is that your first deal is not going to be a home run. It doesn't, you're not going to, it's very hard to find. I'm not going to say you're not going to find that perfect burr. I guess we actually found the perfect burr in our first one.
But it's not going to make you rich.
No.
Yeah.
But it'd make us $40,000. So
the point is, I think, to take a step back, is the first one is not going to be your moneymaker, but you also just have to pick a lane. Like, when you do your research, you're going to be like, oh, Airbnbs, long-term rentals, burrs and flips and things like that. There's so many options out there, but you just have to pick one.
So
that's it.
So the wifey's tip is to pick a lane. My tip is that first deal is not going to be a home run. It's not going to you're not going to have a crazy cash flow. You may not even have a great cash on cash return, but the skills and experiences you get from doing that first deal will set you up to 10x that in the first year. Right. But that first one, you can almost think of it as a learning experience and a course where you got paid yourself. Thanks so much. I hope that this video helps you get started. Let me know what step you're on, what tips are your favorite, what resources are working for you. Any other final thoughts, babe?
I mean, to get on the same page, if you need to convince your partner, is go read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay, her last pro tip is go read Rich Dad Poor, which I also just like really everybody else. Great book, and great Bigger Pockets podcast too. Okay, but let us know if you found this helpful.
Good luck on your investing. I'm super excited. If you want to talk about real estate, like I am all ears.
Yes, that's all he talks about.
I can't stop it anymore. It's like verbal diarrhea.
Every party, every function, every person that we come across, it's always talking about real estate.
But are you even investing if you're not just talking about real estate?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have verbal diarrhea too, put that in the comments below. I want to know. Please help me commiserate. Come on. I don't even know. Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. Good luck in your investing. Make those calls, and then let's jump on a call. Links down below. Follow me on Instagram because that's fun. I post fun things. Share this, subscribe, like, please. Thank you. If you found any value at all in this, this actually takes hours to edit. It does. You don't believe me, but it does.
You're trying to guilt trip people?
Yeah, it's not. It's empathy, compassion, self-awareness. But it really,
okay,
it does.
Gary V.
So just hit the like button and subscribe, and then it'll be like, ooh,
yay!
It's hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this face.
That what's be fun is eventually they could like see this. And like, remember that video we made, and he was like 7 days old. All right, guys. Good luck. I'm excited to watch you grow in your investing, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.